Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for...
Warning, the following presentation contains scenes of Imaginarium, so if this Marble Run set causes you discomfort in any way, then please do not watch this video. Actually, do whatever the heck you want, because I don't actually care. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third part of the 2025 Mega Marble Race Tournament. We have 32 competitors remaining in this tournament, and one thing that I should probably clarify before the round actually starts is that, as you can see, we have smaller variants of all the competitors because today we're using a track that only works with smaller marbles. You guys have probably seen me do this before, and we're gonna have to do it again. So, yeah, once I present each individual group, they'll be on this brown plate right here. The regular sized marbles will be on top, and the smaller ones that'll actually be on the course will be on the bottom. So I know these are not perfect recreations, but it's as close as they're gonna get. So yeah, don't let that confuse you. Anyways, let's get started with the third round and show you how it's gonna work. In this round of the tournament, each heat will contain 4 marbles, and the way it works is that the top 2 move on and the bottom 2 will be eliminated. This is an Imaginarium course. It's actually the first Marble Run set I ever got, but I recently got a new set that's compatible with it, so now we have some new pieces, including a split track. And this right here is our first heat for this round of the tournament. From left to right, we have Ruby, Fiery Sun, Contrast, and Golden Fog, battling it out for the first 2 spots in the round of 16. And the round of 32 has now begun. Ruby takes the lead, headed into the second funnel after the first one, which is kind of just a starter funnel. And is he going to be able to keep it? No, he's not. It's going to be Contrast, followed by Fiery Sun and Golden Fog, and it looks like now Ruby has fallen into last place. But maybe that might change now that we're in the split tracks, but it looks like maybe it won't just yet now that I think about it, because he's still in last place. Headed into these next couple funnels here, looks like he's going to be fighting against Fiery Sun, who is also in the bottom 2, and this is the last funnel right here. Can he get into the top 2 again? Looks like he can. He is now in first place. Oh, not anymore. Contrast was able to get ahead of him last second in that orange track there, and that means that Contrast and Fiery Sun have taken the top 2 spots. They'll advance to the next round, but Golden Fog and Ruby are eliminated. In our second heat, we have Dimension Traveler, Snowflake, Candy Cane, and Blizzard. By the way, the reason why my microphone sounds different is because I'm using a different one because the old one decided to stop sounding good. I guess that's just a weird side effect of upgrading your phone from a 14 to a 17 Pro. Anyways, let's get started with the second heat. Looks like we currently have Dimension Traveler in the lead, headed into the second funnel, followed by Blizzard and all the other marbles, and Blizzard actually makes it past everyone else and takes first place, headed into the split paths. And we can see Candy Cane currently in second place. Actually, he might be in third. He's in a separate path. And Blizzard is still in first at the moment, but he's being chased down by Snowflake, who's right behind him, and he might be able to get past him in this next funnel right here. Actually, this set of 2 funnels here. And can Snowflake get past Blizzard? Yes, he can, headed into the very last funnel, but all of the other marbles are also in it now. Really try to chase him down here, the last stretch of the course. And in the orange track, he was pushed out of the top 2. And that means the marbles that are moving on are Dimension Traveler and Candy Cane, who were able to get ahead of Snowflake in the very last section where it's possible to even do that. In Heat 3, we have Electricity, Ice Cream, Sunburst, and Silver Speeder. Let's see who's going to take it this time. And our third race has begun. Now, it might be hard to tell Electricity from Silver Speeder, but Silver Speeder doesn't have a blue streak on him, which Electricity does, so that's the main difference to look out for. And looking at the race, we currently have Sunburst in the lead. In the last episode, I accidentally called him Dandelion alongside the actual Dandelion, so that marble is Sunburst, not Dandelion, just keep that in mind. Anyways, we have all the marbles headed down the split paths and into these next sets of funnels here with 2 one-on-one fights. Who's gonna make it out of there first? It's gonna be Electricity, followed immediately by Silver Speeder, so it's still anyone's game, as we have seen from the past couple matches. Anything could still happen here, but it looks like they have both cleared the course first, and they are moving on. In Heat 4, we have Zebra, Ghost, Tumbleweed, and Bright Green. And the smaller variants of these marbles are all plastic. So these are basically the marbles you would expect to find if you actually get an Imaginarium set. Anyways, we currently have Ghost in the lead, and it's a pretty close competition, and he's gonna keep the lead, headed out of that second funnel and into the split paths. He's being followed by Tumbleweed, who is currently in third place, and Bright Green is in second, but on a separate path. And Zebra is currently in last place, but if he's ever gonna catch up, then this right here is the area where you want to do it, because you have a high chance to, and it looks like he just did. He's in first place now. Incredible. I called it seconds before it happened, but Bright Green came out of nowhere, zooms past that funnel, but he wasn't able to get ahead of Zebra in the orange track, but it's still good enough to move on, because he's still in the top two. So, after a very intense race, the marbles moving on are Zebra and Bright Green. At Heat 5, we have Crocodile, Blaze, Triple Chromia, and Wild West. And off we go once again. Who's going to make it out of the first funnel? It's going to be Blaze, followed by Crocodile, Triple Chromia, and Wild West, who is currently in last. But Triple Chromia came out of nowhere and was able to escape the second funnel first and take the lead into the split paths. And he's being followed by Blaze, who's currently in second, and then in third we have Crocodile, and Wild West is still currently in last place, but that could change at any second. And this is interesting. We have 3 marbles in one path. Not sure how that happened. The split track can act up pretty weird sometimes, but look at this. We have a tight fight in this last funnel that Triple Chromia ends up winning. Is he gonna get passed by anyone? No, he's not. Oh, but Blaze is. He was in their second place, but of course, Crocodile was able to go in at the right place at the right time and get past him on that orange track. And so, Triple Chromia and Crocodile are the next marbles moving on. For Heat 6, we have Mysterious Blue, Yeti, Purple Soda, and Polka Dot. And Heat 6 is underway. Looks like we currently have Mysterious Blue in the lead, followed by Yeti, who suspiciously looks like white sails, but whatever, that's as close as it gets. But Yeti actually fell to last place, and it doesn't seem like Mysterious Blue is in the lead anymore. Actually, I think he might still be, but he's in a different path to the second place marble. So we'll see what happens once they make it to these funnels. It's going to be interesting. Nothing weird happened with the split track this time. We still have 2 one-on-ones, just like we're supposed to. And it looks like we have a tight battle between Yeti and Mysterious Blue. But remember, the top 2 will move on, and Yeti makes it out of that funnel first, but Purple Soda comes out of nowhere and gets past him, and Mysterious Blue falls off the track. Wow, that's I believe, the only DNF in this entire round. And, yeah, because that was near the end of the track, I decided to just roll with it and have this be the results. So, Purple Soda and Yeti are the next marbles moving on. For Heat 7, we have Emerald, Riptide, Phoenix, and Eclipse. This is the second to last race for the round of 32. We're almost there, guys. Anyways, it looks like currently in the lead, we have Emerald, but he's being pushed around a bit, so I'm not sure if he's going to come out first, and he actually will. Well done. But Phoenix is also going down the course very fast. He might take the lead in the split paths here. But at the end of the day, it's really all going to come down to these last few funnels here, and also the orange track at the very end. Let's see who can make it out of there first. Pretty tight competition so far, and it looks like it's going to be Phoenix, but other marbles are coming in at just the same time. It's a 3-way battle in this last funnel, and it looks like Phoenix is going to come out of there first once again, but he's getting pushed back a bit. Oh, he barely avoids getting pushed back by Eclipse there. If he was, then he would definitely have not made it into the top 2. So the next marbles moving on are Riptide and Phoenix, who fought very hard for it at the very end. And finally, to finish up the round of 32, we have Fractals, Army Green, Copper, and Peppermint. This is it. It's time to find out which 2 marbles will be the last ones moving on to the round of 16, aka the first part of the bracket rounds. And Fractals is the first marble to make it out of the second funnel, followed by Army Green, and I think that's Copper in third place. Headed down the split tracks for the final time for this track. And of course, now coming up next, we have a pair of funnels right here, one for each path. Who is going to make it out of there first? Whoever it is going to be in a pretty good position to move on. and it's gonna be Army Green. But again, no wins are guaranteed, but he's made it to the almost the end of the last funnel, and it looks like he made it there, but Copper pushes him back. And Copper was able to block him from staying in the top 2. And during all that chaos, it looks like Fractals was able to take first place. Well done. So the last marbles moving on to the round of 16 are Fractals and Copper. And there we go. That is it for the round of 32. This has been the first part of the tournament that hasn't been obnoxiously long. So, yeah, we have now cut the field down from 32 to 16. For the most part, from this point onwards in the tournament, the rest of the tournament is going to be all 1v1 matches, except for the last marble standing competition that's going to happen later in this tournament. But yeah, we now have the results. So these are the marbles moving on to the next round. And as for the next round, I already have the track for it set up. This has actually been set up for like months now. I think I set it up around the time I was working on the second part. Actually, literally recording that as well. Yep. A new Corsetti Magoga track using basically all the pieces from that set that I have. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. You actually saw a clip of it in my channel's intro, not the tournament, but of this track. So anyways, until that comes, thank you for watching this, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe, or else you're gonna get swallowed by the Permian Basin superorganism in the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park!